Well, Rob, it's good to see you again as always. Wrapped up the spring game. I know coming in, obviously, you want to get the kids work. You want to wrap up a good spring, but the most important thing is keep the guys healthy. What'd you kind of see out there tonight in the health regard and the style of play regard, maybe?
Yeah, on both things. We had one or two guys get banged up, but I think we got out all right. That was the first goal in the meeting with the coordinators, just saying, hey, what do you guys want to accomplish? Really good to see guys in game situations, especially our quarterbacks, and really nice to see the offense put together some drives. We put in a new system about, it feels like a long time ago, but it's about 4 weeks ago, and really happy with the way the coaches put things in and how the kids came out and executed on both sides tonight.
You mentioned that Rob Spence gone. Jack McDaniels comes back after being at Central Michigan. Obviously, good to have Jack back. I'm assuming in your mind, good to have a guy who knows this program back in your place.
Yeah, first of all, Rob Spence is one of those special people. He was just one of one. First guy I ever heard talk football back in 1995. Goes with my gray hairs. Wish him all the best. He's moving back down to Tennessee with his family. He's going to keep coaching. He's one of the best, so we wish him the best, and our program is absolutely indebted to him for all the things that he's done on and off the field for our program. And, I think it's really important here. I was asked a couple times by our commits who were here at the game and some offer new recruits what the most special thing about this place is, and a lot of people say, the location and the programs, and it's the people, and to be able to attract Jack McDaniel to come back here. I think he's one of the young, talented coordinators now, and he's got a really sharp mind. He's been great with the staff, and having a familiarity with the Hilltop is really important. So, really excited for what we've accomplished here in a month, and looking forward to putting together a great offseason with our team.
We have to talk about it. I feel like you're always stretching conversation or competition. When I've asked you before, you'll say, "Hey, three guys, quarterback." It feels like this year there really is a quarterback competition with both guys that played last year not here anymore. What did you see from that group tonight? Because we know quarterback's such an important position.
I love that group because, they've worked so hard together to put this thing, what you saw tonight, I think we had 7 drives and we scored on 4 of them, and those weren't short field drives. So to see them put that together and compete and also support each other from the sideline for me is really important. So, all 4 quarterbacks did some really good things tonight. So we'll go back, look at the film, and, I think I'm not against playing more than one Q. So, the competition level at every position is what's going to drive us. If you look at our schedule, we better be very competitive in practice because we're getting ready to play the best schedule that we've ever played here. And our team, our staff, our coaches are really excited for the challenge.
Going to ask you about that in a second, but first, I assume that it has to be a good feeling that you have Kevin Doherty back, you have Trey Henderson back, those 2 old heads, if you will, to kind of help out with the rest of the team. As you're still kind of really building staff right now, correct?
Yeah, we're still in the process of interviewing people, and that's something that, it's one of those deals where you want to hire slow. I want people who will be great with our players, first and foremost, and our great teachers. So, we have some really good candidates coming up for a couple of our open spots. Really thankful for my staff for allowing me to coach a little bit more during spring, but also for picking up some of the slack. And, we're trying to keep things as simple as possible so we can play really fast. And you saw that on both sides tonight.
Rob, you mentioned the schedule, the Patriot League, probably the best it's ever been. You added Richmond last year, William & Mary, Villanova this year. Talk to getting ready for probably the toughest schedule you've seen in all your years at Georgetown.
All the teams are good. We say this all the time. We want people to have to worry about coming to play us. And that's the concept is, 1, you want to have that confidence, but 2, I'd be wasting my time if I sat here and said, oh, well, this team has a good back and these are good quarterback. It is the best FCS league in the country, in my opinion. I haven't watched all of them and really looking forward to the competition. And you can see with our players, they want that. We have the Patriot League schedule with the new additions you talked about, and we have 2 Ivy League teams coming here to D.C. and Cornell and Columbia. So, our job is to make sure that we're getting better every day and being ready for this challenge. So really exciting for this season coming up.
Saw it tonight, not as many guys maybe as normal because, you lost a bunch from last year. Good freshman class coming in. I think the folks at home would love to know about the recruiting. You had the best season that they've had under you as the head coach, best season in about 15 years. Was there a bump this year of folks saying, hey, this Georgetown program's kind of coming up?
I'd love to say yes. You don't know what freshmen are going to do until you get them here. And, the reception for us, we'll have 105 guys from, I think it's 32 states coming up. So, being able to draw nationally and bring talent here from all over is big. For us, we lost a really strong senior and fifth-year class, 29 people with names like Giancarlo Rufo and Jimmy Kibble and Brock Beestick and Lassini Mock. I could keep going on through the whole group. I'm really happy that they put together this foundation and excited for the young players that are really upholding the standard that those guys set last year.
One last one for you, Rob. We've talked about it before. It's the new era of football with transfer portal. You lost some guys there, but to big-time programs. You also, in Jimmy Kibble and Nat Frangio, and I know for sure, have getting some looks at the pro level. What does that say about your program that you can have guys come here at this great academic school, but also have a chance to better themselves on the gridiron as well?
Yeah, I'm going to take you on the road recruiting with us. You can have it all here. I'll be honest with you. Our network is the best in the country, in my opinion, because it's not just football, not just athletics, it's Georgetown as a whole. And for not a huge school as far as population, our network is strong, and that brotherhood goes across everything. So for me, that's our sell. It's like, you want a shot at the NFL, you want a shot at having a degree that carries weight for the rest of your life, this is where you want to be. And with the transfer portal, Giancarlo Rufo is going to get his finance degree here in 3 years, had 2 great internships, was a academic All-American, All-Patriot League academic, and Patriot League player, is going to go do his 4th year and get his master's in entrepreneurship at USC. You could say, oh, you'd want him to stay here, but we want the best for our players, and the biggest thing is come here and get your degree, and then the sky's the limit for you, both in football with how we're going to develop you, as well as the degree that's, world-class.
Well, we hope the sky's the limit as you moved away from me a little bit. I know you're still quick on your feet. He's losing some weight. He's still losing weight. He's got his young guy at home. He's chasing around. Rob Sgarlata, thank you again. We'll see you in the fall with that tough Patriot League schedule coming up. Hope for some big Hoya wins.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Jeremy. Thank you.